All right, this is take 3 of my Westworld season 2 finale review. Apparently, I went on way too long. There is so much to talk about in this, so let's just really spoilers. This is Robin's breaking down reviews. If you haven't watched the episode, get the fuck out. Yeah, I swear. So if you don't like swearing, that's another warning. Let's get to the stuff, all right? So this is called The Passenger. This is set the bar really high for where TV and anything can go from now on, okay? This is like perfect television in a nutshell. Um, so I've got to start getting to things much faster in this video so I don't get cut off again. But this is incredible television. It broke my brain. I think I'm maybe third time's a charm and I can get to things better than I did the first 2 times. I don't know. But everybody's on their way to the Valley Beyond. And everything in this makes you think about things in ways that I didn't know I was going to be thinking about later on. So, anyway, let's just jump right in. So, we lose a lot of people this week, and it is really going to be like a whole different show next year. More than a year, I think. I think it's going to be like at least maybe even a year and a half, they said, before we get season 3. So anyway, oh my god. Like how do you even go about reviewing this? This is like my third time trying to make a video and I'm still like, what the fuck? So the, everything ends up at the forge. All that missing time that Bernard has, everything leads to that. And the culmination of everything, the race to get to the forge, everything is happening at different times. It is really hard to keep track of the times in this episode. That doesn't take away from its brilliance, though. So, quickly as I can, without over rushing it, Dolores finds William. She still needs him alive, apparently, so they're off. We've got Maeve's group heading to the Valley Beyond. We got the Ghost Nation and Maeve's daughter and a whole bunch of other people going to the Valley Beyond. We got Bernard going there. We've got Hale and her army of soldiers. Everybody is Lord of the Rings trekking it to Mount Doom. And it's amazing what goes down. So, let's just break down. So we've got Maeve in the laboratory. They're about to put her down. She uses her Wi-Fi powers, gets them to wake up, takes out old dude with a saw to the neck, and puts her back together again, which is great because it's like, it's my pleasure, darling, very cool. And we get Hector and his group, and they find Lee, and they're going to threaten Lee, but they don't kill him. Thank you for not killing him, because Lee has become a pretty decent character over this whole series. I mean, the 180 that he's done is incredible. And so they go to rescue Maeve, but Maeve doesn't need rescuing because she's used her Wi-Fi powers to what will be in a Watch Mojo video where they do the top 10 greatest, coolest, whatever moments of Westworld season 2 or as a series. And it'll inevitably have whatever number it is called Running of the Bulls, where Maeve uses her Wi-Fi powers to take out the soldiers that were about to be taken out by Hector's group, but didn't even know they were there. But they didn't have to do anything because the robot bulls come charging through, controlled by Maeve, brilliantly slow motion, killing all these dudes. It is such a crazy cool sight. One of the top little just yes moments that we get, because this really didn't have yes moments. This had a lot of head scratching moments, but it was still like very good, and I am got to find a better way to keep this thing on. So anyway, they're out, they're on their way, and I love, I rescued myself, boys. So they're off on their heading out. We get the Ghost Nation who gets to where they need to be. There's no door there, and they have that great moment of just, what happens if we die here? Like there was supposed to be a door. What if this is it? And Akacheta's like, well, if this is where we die on our own terms. And these poor people, like I love that it's it's sad, but you know that something's about to happen. And we get Bernard, who arrives at the forge before everybody else, but not, before William and Dolores can get there, where Dolores introduces William and Bernard, basically because Bernard is the, version of, or, he looks like Arnold, and so William is kind of like taken aback there for a second. And this is where we get to see Terminator Dolores again, where she just keeps taking rounds from William, who has decided to go, shoot her up because he's gotten, they're not allies, they're not friends. Something that kind of comes back later on with, Dolores and Bernard, but, he's much more quicker to the trigger, but it's too late because when he reloads and he puts Teddy's bullet in there, the one that had shot him, it was a messed up, warped ass bullet and blows his hand off. So that leaves Dolores and Bernard to head into the forge on their own, which is where we find out that there's a system in there that has all the guests, everything is down there, including a world where all the hosts can go and be free. They can leave their little host bodies behind, but in there's an untapped world that they could go to and be free from all of this. Well, they go into the system, which is hosted by Logan for some reason, and we find out that this is where they've been having like an Inception kind of thing. Instead of a dream within a dream, this is a park within a park, where their programs are all trying to figure out about Delos, every kind of scenario about this man, to try to understand, how to get the human mind into working in a flesh body, but they haven't been able to figure it out. And everything keeps leading to this moment that defines Delos, where he tells his son Logan basically to go fudge himself, who ends up killing himself 6 months later, and leads Logan, the system runner, to basically be like, well, we thought they were more complicated than they are. And that, basically they don't even know why they do the things they do. And basically making us look like a bunch of idiots who are only interested in self-preservation. And they're not wrong. I mean, the writers of this, I don't know how they feel about humanity, but yeah, I mean, it hits a nerve and kind of makes you like have to take a step back and look at humanity as a whole, how we live our lives, how we change or don't change. It kind of hurts a little bit, to think, that this show about, these robots kind of got our number, because in the end, so many of us, like when it comes to life, it is just survival of the fittest. It is dog eat dog. It is kill or be killed, and they can't wrap their heads around it. They thought we would be more complex, and we're actually pretty simple. That we're just the passengers. It's kind of humbling a little bit to have to recognize the fact that we're not that great. Like we may be, this may be a fictional show, and in this world we are at the top of the food chain, but it doesn't make us the greatest people in the world. So anyway, Dolores decides, once they've seen all this, and I do love that how they have this park within a park and a lab within a lab, and this library that has all the guest information. That's like this huge library with like 4 million books that you can look at, that has us, basically our algorithms, and all of our, everything is just ones and zeros. Even though it's all just ones and zeros, I like that in the books our information is like ones and zero type of stuff, but theirs is like an actual lab, a library. Pretty cool stuff. But in this, this is where Dolores decides to erase all the information, break it all, including the world that the hosts are running to. And this is where her and Bernard have their serious disagreement here. This fundamental choice thing again. That the hosts chose to go through there, to be free, to live in that world. Whether it's made up or not, it is theirs now. People can't, it is their lives to live in this system now. To live or die in an unending, expansive place. There is no, limits to it. And there's nobody in there to harm them except themselves. So, again, they would have all the choices to make without any influence from us. and she's going to take that away from them. And again, this is why, I've felt throughout the year that Dolores' story has not been that interesting to me, because first, it's sad to see the person you were rooting for so strongly in season 1 become the person that I want to see the most get taken down. Plus, you've seen the villain turn a million times, but she's willing to kill, she wants to kill everybody. And maybe not all her, she doesn't intentionally want to kill her own people, but she will to get what she wants, which doesn't make her really any better than anybody else, because she's got her own little stack of body counts, including the love of her life as one of them. And she talks about how it's, she's had to sacrifice, but it's like, for what? So, I mean, her and William, she may deny that her and William are not alike, but this is what Bernard was afraid of. That given, down the road, what would she become? And at least this is where Bernard takes his stand. And she's, talking about how, the real world, like what's real is irreplaceable, and that's what's, I don't know. I feel like she's kind of she's delusional. If the host can even be delusional. But, he tells her that this world's a fucking nightmare, and blows her head off. I mean, I know I'm skipping some beats, but Dolores has been taken out. In the meantime, William's gotten up, and he gets in the elevator to go down, and here's the thing that just confuses me, is because that's it. Okay, we don't see what happens. Bernard tries to get things back online so that they can get in there. She stops everything from being purged. William's in the elevator coming down. Bernard goes to get in the elevator. When the elevator opens up, there's no Man in Black. I was expecting a Departed moment, where old spoilers, Leo gets his head blown off as soon as the elevator door opens. Nothing. There's nobody in there. So where did William go? Because we don't see him until the end of the episode. So, mystery for season 3? Probably. So yeah, Bernard gets out, and that crazy crack in the world, okay, where everybody starts running through, and you get that great shot of the Indian warrior running through, and I thought he was going to get shot or something, but he makes it through as his body falls off the cliff and his other body runs through. I also like the fact that only the host can see this, so guys the two scientist guys are just like, what the fuck, what are they looking at? I don't fucking know. But it's just this cool visual. It is amazing, just this crack between the worlds as they all start to go in. And at this point, this is when Maeve arrives, but first Lee has to sacrifice himself so that Maeve and them can get out of there, which I'm not quite sure why he didn't do something different than get himself shot. I think he could have maybe just done kind of a bumbling human thing and just gotten in their way. But no, he chose to go out with a speech of his own and gets himself killed. Now, it does serve a purpose, because now Maeve and Hector and them see that not all the humans are human garbage, even though Lee was kind of a piece of shit at the beginning of the series. But again, they have to show that not all of us are bad. So, unfortunately, we lose Lee now. But Maeve makes it to the Valley Beyond, where everybody's going through. And it's just really trippy looking, just seeing all these people just kind of fall off the cliff as their bodies go on. And that's, so Maeve's looking for her daughter. That's when Hale shows up with Clementine on the pale white horse. Who needs 4 horsemen when they only have to have 1? And it's that girl, Clementine, who has those dead eyes, so it's perfect that she's riding a pale horse, using her Wi-Fi superpowers to make all the hosts kill each other. Because that's actually a perfect plan. I gotta give it to him. It's terrible, but all these hosts are just trying to escape this reality, and somebody's coming to screw that all up. And so Maeve finds her daughter. Hector stays behind to sacrifice himself with the rest of his group. She makes sure that her daughter is safe. Her journey, her mission is done. Cachetta gets them out even though he takes a bullet, but he's okay. He makes it through. He finds his long lost love, and so he gets his happy ending on the other side. Maeve has to have a superhero moment where she holds the whole crowd of people back to stop them from stopping her daughter from getting through. That was a superhero moment, man. That was just full on like Magneto, all of a sudden stopping a tank or something, just she it was just cool as hell until like Hector and the rest of them, she's gunned down and killed. So we've lost Maeve and all of our group there, including Clementine. And for now, and it's sad, but Maeve did have a smile on her face. And now we get to where Bernard is out. He goes back with Elsie. She thinks, they're going to kill him. She's going to try to make a deal. Elsie's betrayed by Hale, who doesn't think that Elsie can be morally flexible like she needs her to be to survive this, and blows Elsie away. And in all this, Bernard tries to call back Ford, who shows up. His program, he can't find it, but somehow Ford shows up, and Bernard asks him for his help in getting this, saving his race. And what we find out here in the end, especially when Bernard is saying you killed Elsie, and Hale goes, "Did I?" And you find out that Ford and Bernard made a host, and it turns out to be Hale. And that was so cool because she's out there, they see Elsie's body just throw on the pile of dead bodies. She's smoking a cigarette, and she just comes walking out of the dark and blows her away. Like, you always wanted to live forever. Be careful what you bitch for, bitch. So Hale is now a replacement with Dolores's brain because he did a little switcheroo back at the lab where they put her brain in the thing. And so now Dolores is inside Hale. Freaking crazy because it was hard to figure out when they did this because the time periods are jumping all over the place. So Hale is Dolores, and she just blows everybody away. Just that Terminator move, just everybody's dead. And of course, they're still not getting along, even because she's like, well, you had to kill, you killed me. I thank you for my second chance, but you killed me, and that's why we're here. Which, come see, come saw. And in the end here, she gets out. She uses Hale's body, the Hale host body, to get herself out. And you think she's going to get stopped, but they do that little switcheroo where, oh boy, I think recognizes that she's not real, but because of that little speech about loyalty, it's great that he just kind of lets her through. Now, that could be a major problem because, dude, I think you just kind of fucked the human race, man. You just Jar Jar Binksed it a little bit. Maybe. We also find out that William survived. And we also... So, we've lost, everybody. For now. Except we know that Dolores/Hale has the bag with the other minds on it. So I'm hoping that at least some of them are people that can come back, like Teddy. Maybe Maeve. I don't think so. Maeve's body is there, so I guess Maeve has to come back with the scientist guys who kind of are like, yeah, we can take care of things. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, we will. So Maeve's coming back. Teddy, yeah, probably. And when you find out that this is now, from the beginning part, that Dolores went as Hale to that place that Arnold used to take Dolores, where there's another lab. She rebuilds Bernard after, she kills him, brings him back, and they have their moment of Superman, Lex Luthor kind of thing. Not really. But you know, the two people like Professor X and Magneto moment, where you know, hey, I've got my job, you've got your job. We are not friends, we're not allies. I do expect you to try to stop me, but it's like a checks and balances. Like one of us, I have to do my thing and you have to do your thing. But I'm not gonna. If I was human, I'd kill you, but I'm not gonna do that. And I know I'm missing shit, so I apologize. But I mean, this episode broke my brain. It was incredible. Going forward, I don't know what's gonna happen. She sent the place to another place, so who knows where the host's minds are. They shot out of a cannon, or whatever they did with it. I don't know. There's so much that I don't know. So put it in the comments section. So if you like this video, I love this episode. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. Despite my technical difficulties and everything else, and my brain kind of just exploding over whatever I just saw, please subscribe. I can't believe we are basically where I was, when I first started trying to make videos again. We're where I was then in just a few months. We have come like 100% forward. So thank you again for all the support, everybody that's been out there. It's just been great, and I love you guys, man. Just, I can't say it enough. So comment, share, you know, tell me what you liked about this. Tell me what I got wrong. What did I forget? What's your favorite parts of this episode? I don't know what I'm reviewing next. I did post Preacher already, so that's up there. That train wreck. So anyway, we got a long time to wait for Westworld to come back, but I imagine it's going to be worth the wait. I can't wait to see what they do next. So yeah, this is Rob from Smirking and Reviews going, holy crap, what an incredible episode. I hope this was at least mildly entertaining, and we will see you on the next video. Have a good one. Bye.